Welcome back, students of class 4 to your science class. As you know that in our previous class or in the previous video I have already started chapter number 10, adaptation, how animals survive. Today also I will be explaining the chapter 10, adaptation, how animals survive. Okay, so this is your chapter 10, adaptations, how animals survive. Okay, so in the previous class or in the previous video I've been discussing the adaptations. No, what is adaptations? We have already learned in the previous chapter also, chapter number 8, that plant adaptations, that what is adaptation? The process of developing special features in the body to adjust in the surrounding is called adaptation. Main thing from this chapter is the definition of adaptation. What is adaptation? You have learned here. The process of developing special features in the body to adjust in the surroundings is called adaptation. Then we have learning what is habitat also. We have also discussed habitat. What is habitat? The natural place when animal lives and grows is called habitat. Then we have learning. We have also learned in the previous video, in the previous class, that what are terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, amphibians, arboreal animals and aerial animals. Today I will be discussing with you or explaining you the different adaptations of the different animals like aquatic animals. This is from page number 58. I am talking about page number 58 in your science book. You can follow this one. Today your topic will be adaptations in aquatic animals. Okay, we are discussing the different adaptations of the animals according to their habitats. So today is adaptations. We learn adaptations in aquatic animals. Okay, let us see what are the adaptations in aquatic animals. Fins of fishes, flippers of turtle and web feet of swan help them to swim. Most of them breathe through gills like fishes and crabs. So fish, you know, it breathes through gills. It has gills for breathing. Breathing organ is gills. Whales and dolphins breathe through lungs. So remember, whales and dolphins breathe through lungs. Adaptations, now adaptations in amphibians. We learn now adaptations in amphibians. Okay, adaptation in amphibians. So what are the adaptations? These animals have moist skin to breathe in water. They also have lungs to breathe on land. They have web feet to swim. Amphibians like frogs and salamanders have strong back legs, that front legs to hop and move on land. Now adaptations arboreal animals. Adaptations in arboreal. Arboreal means animals that spend most of the time on trees. Arboreal animals. Okay, so what are the adaptations in arboreal animals? Animals like monkeys, gibbons and koala bears have strong arms and legs to climb up and down a tree and for holding its branches. They also have sharp claws and broad hip girdles that provide them support while climbing. Now adaptations in aerial animals means animals that spend most of the time in air. Adaptations in aerial animals. What are the adaptations in aerial animals? Animals like kite and sparrow have wings to fly. Their bones are hollow that make their bodies light. So the birds, they are especially the aerial animals, they have hollow bones, so that make their bodies light. They have boat shaped bodies that help them to cut through the air. Now, adaptations in behavior. Adaptations in behavior we learn now. Same page, this is page number 58 in your science book. Adaptations in behavior. Adaptations in behavior. Okay. Some animals have different types of adaptation to survive in extreme weather conditions. Number one, hibernation. What is hibernation? You can, this is a question. What is hibernation? The deep sleep of some animals like polar bears, lizards, and frogs during winter is called winter sleep or hibernation. So, question is, what is hibernation? What is hibernation? So, the deep sleep of some animals like polar bear, lizard, and frogs during winter is called winter sleep or hibernation. During summer, they eat a lot of food. In winter, they become inactive and go into deep sleep. For example, this polar bear. Okay. Now come estivation. What is estivation? The long sleep of some animals like snakes during summer is called summer sleep or estivation. So another question is, what is estivation? What is estivation? Well, estivation is summer sleep. The long sleep of some animals like snake during summer is called summer sleep or estivation. Now migration. Siberian cranes live in extremely cold places. They cannot survive in the cold winter, so they leave their homes in winter and fly thousands of kilometers to warmer places in search of food and shelter. They go back to their native places when winter ends there. Similarly, other animals also regularly move from one place to another place. The regular mass movement of animals from certain regions is known as migration. So this is also very important definition. What is migration? The regular mass movement of animals from certain regions is known as migration. For example, humpback whales live in polar regions but move to tropical oceans when winter comes for breeding. So they are moving from one place to another place, different place. Say they are moving from polar region. See, humpback whales are moving from polar region to the tropical oceans for breeding. Now, no more there. This is also very important. Cold-blooded and warm-blooded. Differentiate between cold-blooded animals and warm-blooded animals. So, what are cold-blooded animals? Number one, body temperature of some animals like reptiles, fishes, and amphibians changes with the change in temperature of the surroundings. Such animals are called cold-blooded animals. So, the animals that have the cold-blooded animals are reptiles, fish, amphibian. They are cold-blooded animals. Now, warm-blooded animals. What are warm-blooded animals? Body temperature of some animals like mammals and birds remain the same irrespective of the surrounding condition. Such animals are called warm-blooded animals. For example, mammals. We are the warm-blooded animals. Mammals, birds, they are warm-blooded animals. Okay. So that's all for today, children. In this class, it is also a very important chapter for you. Please remember this one. And the plant adaptations also very important for you. Many definitions are there. I have told you what to learn from here. I hope you will go through the chapter, you will read the chapter each line and memorize the question answer from inside of the chapter and also the MCQs. So thank you for today. Till then, goodbye to everyone.